Hello friends, hope you're well. In this video, we're going to do a little reaction video on one of my old videos on this channel to kind of show you what happens when you put in the work, you stay dedicated, and you stay focused on your goals. You know, the kind of outcomes that you can get. Because I bet you some of you have not watched my older videos from 4 years ago, because I've had this channel for a long time now. And a lot has changed in those 4 years. So let me share my screen and I'll show you real quick. And of course, I'm not going to play the whole video. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. This is going to be funny.
Welcome back to another episode of Mafado and Joyce. So in this video, I want to talk about people's addiction to collecting information.
Already, I'm cringing, guys. I'm cringing. This is me. And at this stage, I wasn't working out. I wasn't going to the gym. All I did was eat, because my wife is a really good cook, by the way. And we just had the baby. That's our second daughter. So we just had the baby. That's baby weight that I got on me, and my wife had baby weight. All we did was eat, chill, relax, enjoy life. That's not good because we were too relaxed. We were able to still pump out like videos. It was like one video a week. But now I can do like 2 or 3 videos a day if I want to. That's because I've raised my standards and I know that, the work needs to be put in.
Now, I am part of a lot of Facebook groups. There's something I've noticed in these groups. And these groups are related to the home care business. And there are a lot of people that come into those groups that keep asking the same question week after week, month after month. There's one lady in particular, and I've seen her all the time. She keeps asking the same question.
Yeah, this is a lot of people, by the way. They ask the same questions. That's why I had to put a paywall on this channel, because if I don't charge people for the consultation, then I'm just going to be getting calls after calls and they don't lead to anything. So anytime you invest in a consultation call, just know it's going to be massive value based on 4 years of data that I've collected. I have receipts. Look at how fat I was. I must have been like 25 pounds heavier than I am now. Barely slept. I was always stressed out. I overate. I used to drink. Now I don't drink. I don't eat fast food. Everything I eat is organic, straight organic. I consume better content than I was consuming then. When you're that big, I can make fun of myself, okay? I was fat. When I was this fat, I couldn't see it. I'll go into the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror and be like, everything is fine. Everything's fine. No, everything was not fine. This was 4 years ago, guys. I couldn't eat, my belly was big. But now at least, I got a flat tummy because I take care of myself, because I've raised my standards and I've stopped collecting information and I put the work in. You just got to put the work in. And one day you just wake up, you're like, oh my goodness, my life is completely different. There's so many people right now that don't talk to me anymore because they don't recognize the new version. They're so used to that old version that we're looking at. That's what they're used to. And some of you are probably surrounded by people that are comfortable with the old version of you, the version of you that is not fully optimized. And that's a big problem. And you need to start making those changes. It's not an overnight thing. What took me 4 years, I can coach you on how to get there within 6 to 9 months. Change your whole life. My whole life is completely changed because I took the chance to learn the skills that are required to get to the next level, guys.
Essentially, every month, what tends to happen is when you collect information, you will come across information that favors your bias. And that bias is called unconscious bias.
And at this time, I had a full-time job. So imagine I'm doing a full-time job. I'm hustling, trying to build a business, the home care business, me and my wife. And we got 2 kids. So a lot of you that have a lot of excuses, I've been there, guys. Here's the evidence. Everything that you're going through right now, I've been there. And I remember when we're staying in this apartment, we would get guests. And a lot of people would ask me, so when are you going to buy a house? And then I'll just be like, soon. But I knew personally that buying a house at that time was the wrong move, was a bad idea. And now we're finding out a lot of people that have bought their homes, they're completely underwater. I knew this years ago. So I chose to live minimally, and that was a 2-bedroom apartment. I chose to live as minimal as possible so that I can have enough bandwidth to build a business and escape the rat race. This is what I want for you guys. If you're ready to get to the next level, maybe you're still at this level that I was 4 years ago, and you're ready to turn your life around. Schedule time. I'll show you how to get it done. Because some of you need the help, and you're just stubborn. Do you know how embarrassing it was for me to be staying in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I got a wife and 2 kids? It was embarrassing for me. Only I knew what my goal was. Me and my wife. Only we knew what that goal was. The goal was to escape the rat race, to escape this mess that a lot of people are going through right now. Cost of living inflation. So if you're ready to escape a rigged game, schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Let's talk. Let's get you to the next level.